Friends in Christ, Pastor Brian here. Grace is unearned and undeserved bounty freely given. That bounty can come to us as love, forgiveness, generosity in all kinds of ways. Grace frees us from self-doubt, fear, self-loathing, anger, frustration, anxiety. Grace is wonderful when received. That gasp of air when you come up out of the water after holding your breath for too long, or when a burden you didn't even know you'd been carrying is taken from you. It's so satisfying to give grace to others, but it can also be difficult to give because grace means looking past categories like who's worthy of receiving it or who has earned it, because if any of those are in play, then it isn't grace we're talking about. We are in a world that is in desperate need of grace. We're in our third year of this pandemic. Our lives have changed at a rapid pace in that time and continue to do so. Even the simple things have become sources of frustrations, as we can't find the food item we want, or service at restaurants is slower. Things take forever to arrive. Compared to our pretty comfortable and predictable life pre-2020, challenges are rampant. The effect of these challenges can be seen in the unhelpful ways in which our collective stress comes out. Our mental health as a nation, and especially of our children, has declined. The number of incidents on airlines for unruly passengers and those who are abusive to staff has skyrocketed. Public examples of people losing their tempers and responding physically or verbally abound. Just speaking about all of this has made my blood pressure go up a bit. We are a people who are in desperate need of grace for ourselves and for one another. So come to the place where true grace is found. I invite you to come to Jesus on the cross, to place on him the heavy burdens you're carrying. Give voice to your feelings from these last 2 years. Let Jesus take those upon the cross with him and receive in return freedom. The grace of God that lifts those burdens from you, not because you deserve it, but because you are loved by the God whose image you bear. Walk this coming Holy Week with Jesus and see how the love of God shines through as he faces visible and violent expressions of our fears, our doubts, our frustrations and stresses. And see how even in the face of undeserved and unearned abuse, Jesus extends grace. Father, forgive them, he says. They do not know what they are doing. Come. Come and receive the peace of Christ that surpasses all understanding, so that we might then extend that grace and peace to others. And wouldn't that be a wonderful world to live in? Thanks be to God.